The stimulus to good project management. Why does it matter? This session will focus in on 4 procedures which help the NEC3 contract achieve its stimulus to good project management objective. But first, why does the stimulus to good project management objective matter? Well, there's a lot of evidence in the project management literature which says that if you do a few key things consistently and consistently well, then there is a much higher probability that your projects will come in on their time, cost and performance objectives. Not all of these things relate to the form of contract used, so please don't think of NEC3 as some kind of magic wand. However, unlike other forms of contract, the NEC3 has both good project management processes embedded in the contract and stimuli or incentives to encourage people to do these things. This is an important point. Where NEC3 has been used less successfully, people have put the contract in the desk drawer and carried on as before, both in terms of how they have administered the contract and old-school confrontational behaviours. As a result, they have got traditional results, time and cost overruns, and long drawn-out settlement of final accounts, which is to nobody's benefit. This contrasts with projects where NEC3 has been used successfully, such as the Olympics, among hundreds if not thousands of other examples, where people have kept the contract on top of the desk and used it to effectively project manage the contract collaboratively, but also with rigour, discipline and a touch of common sense. As a result, contracts have met or even beaten their time and cost objectives, with a much faster settlement of final account. This is because issues have been dealt with and put to bed as the contract progresses, as opposed to saved up to the end for a big bun fight of a claim. So before we proceed, ask yourselves what you actually want. If you prefer to work in a confrontational environment, where you are reactively trying to contain problems and shift risk, which typically leads to a poor result, then working in an NEC3 environment may not be for you. In fact, it will highlight you and your organization's shortcomings, although it won't exaggerate them. On the other hand, if you prefer to work in a collaborative environment with, and we stress this, the proactive project management rigor encouraged by the NEC3 to achieve a good to excellent result, then you will find NEC3 provides a much more rewarding working environment. Now let's find out how NEC3 stimulates this good project management. The 4 procedures we will highlight are the importance of establishing good working practices for open book accounting under the target and cost reimbursable payment options, and the clauses related to the accepted program, the early warning and risk reduction process, and the compensation event clauses and procedures.